Hello, unconventional conventionalist. Well, I am feeling absolutely extravagant today, and do you want to know why? I will tell you exactly why. It's because this morning was my consultation appointment for facial feminization surgery, and it went wonderful. I was booked with Dr. Parker A. Velargo. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Velargo. Velargo is probably right. Velargo sounds better than Velargo. I get to the Ochsner building, and I find the right floor, and, so far it's been like a standard, hospital kind of setting, like just the elevators, the hallways, just feels like a hospital. But then I open the door to the Center for Aesthetics and Plastic Surgery, and the door does not open into a waiting room, okay? It opens into a fucking hotel room, alright? This waiting room was just so beautiful. It had like carpet, it had a TV that at the time wasn't on, but and it had, like a sofa, like a fancy sofa, like fancy, fancy sofa, and fancy, fancy chairs. And, there was like a pitcher of water with ice in it, and there was like mosaic glasses around it, and there was like a humidifier on the table, and the window was open to show like a scenic view of downtown New Orleans. Like literally, this is like the ninth floor of the hospital, so you could see like the Superdome and all the skyscrapers in a cluster. You could see the bridge off to the side of it. It was something else. So right away, just super welcoming presentation. They had some chill music playing. Like the first song that played when I sat down was the reggae version of Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Yeah, it was just super chill, super relaxing, super welcoming. So that's great. So like first impressions, yes. And I was greeted by Dr. Velargo's assistant, who I do not know the last name of, but I do know her first name is Brittany. And Brittany, super, super sweet, like, right away, cheery welcome. Hello, how are you doing today? How can I help you? And, she poured me the glass of water, and, she gave me the paperwork to fill out. Like, she was just super cheery and super sweet about it, and just made me feel really good. And so, I filled out the paperwork, and they had some booklets on the centerpiece table of some of Dr. Velargo's previous works. And, since I was waiting, I went ahead and picked one up and looked through it, and yeah, there's a lot of before and after photos of Dr. Velargo's work, and he's good. Based on what I saw in that book, he's really good. So then, eventually, and when I say eventually, I mean like 10 minutes tops, Brittany took me to the back, and I wasn't taken into an examination room. I was taken into like kind of like an office. And so this was Dr. Velargo's office, so my consultation was in his office, not in the clinic. So again, it's just a more welcoming presentation. And so, Dr. Velargo is, he walked in, we shook hands, and, he's a good-looking fella. Dr. Velargo's really handsome, yes he is. So, he confirmed I was there for facial feminization surgery. And he asked me, like, how much I know about it, and I told him that, I know quite a bit because I've been doing a lot of research, and also I've been studying other trans women who have had the surgery already. In particular, Gigi Gorgeous and Steph Sanjati both taught me a lot about facial feminization surgery and what to expect by documenting their experiences with it. And that's kind of exactly why I'm doing it too. So I'm doing it, kind of pass that on. And anyway, I didn't use those two bloggers by name. I just said I've been listening to other trans women. And I did say right away that I was not interested in the trachea shave, because for trans women that have a very large Adam's apple, part of the surgery would be to slice open the neck and shave that down until there's like hardly anything there, but I really don't have much of an Adam's apple to begin with. So I don't feel like it's necessary for me, and Dr. Velargo actually agreed. He said, yeah, you really don't have much there. We can bypass that. But pretty much doing the rest. So, like, he started at the top of my head. Like, he took me over to a mirror, and he told me exactly, like, what he recommended. So he started up at the top of the head, and he mentioned how, I wear my bangs like this, and it looks good like this for a number of reasons. One, it's cute. Two, it goes well with my dye job, but most importantly, three, it hides my hairline, because I have a male hairline. The hormones have been bringing my hair back. I'm not prematurely bald anymore. All this came back. But, the hairline has stayed the same. So he mentioned that what he could do as part of... Actually, let me go ahead and tell you about the eyebrows, because that part of the surgery kind of goes together. So another thing is, the eyebrows, because he mentioned how, male eyebrows tend to be set further apart than female eyebrows. Female eyebrows come more inward. And on top of that, just the bridge for males is a lot more pronounced and broad. So male eyebrow bridges protrude out more to create more shade over the eyes, thus making the eyes look smaller and more masculine. Small eyes is masculine, large eyes is feminine. So what would happen is he would slice right along the hairline, peel down the skin to about right over my eyes, and that's when he would first shave down the brow, shave down the bone, should say, like kind of grit down the bone to where the brow was not protruding out so much. The brow is a little more recessed and more feminine, and then he would actually pull the skin tighter together to where the eyebrows come in more and also become more feminine. And then, rather than reattaching the hairline where it was before, he would pull it down about 2 centimeters and attach it there. And just those things alone make a huge difference in, changing male facial features into female facial features. And, so next we talked about the nose, and, which I think is called, like, rhinoplasty, what's it called? Yeah, rhinoplasty. Rhinoplasty is nose surgery. And, I did mention to him that my nose is crooked. It's crooked because of that fucking psychopath that attacked me at the French Quarter 2 years ago. So, I mentioned how, like, can we straighten out my nose in addition to making it more feminine? And he said, actually, because it's been this way for 2 years, that's actually going to be really hard to do. But he said he can make it look better. So, unfortunately, it sounds like my nose will always forever be at least a teeny bit crooked, but he said he could not make it this bad, because it's pretty bad. It is pretty bad. I mean, yeah, my nose is like, kind of like a C shape. Yeah, it's bad. So I definitely would like to at least reduce that to where it's a lot less noticeable. That'd be great. But as far as the feminization part, he would reduce the bridge of the nose about right here. I'm flipping you off right now, hey. So he would reduce it about right here to where it's not necessarily like a ski slope, not like recessed inward, but just ever so slightly more inward, to where it's got more of that little feminine curve, and then this part were like not up like a piggy like that, but like just a tiny itty bitty subtle amount, just enough to where that little subconscious register says female and not male. And then another big part of the surgery is, of course, the jawline. Men have very angular jaws. Women have very smooth jaws. So you can see my jaw right here, it kind of starts going down, and then the angle is right there. There's a pretty pronounced angle there, and then my chin is very blocky and angly. The chin is not so bad. Here would just be a matter of slicing peeling and then shaving down the bone of the chin, and then resewing the skin back where it was, so the chin is not so blocky. It's more recessed and smoother. The cheekbones, he has to make incisions inside my mouth. Oh, I'm not looking forward to that. Not looking forward to the healing process from that part. I mean, but you know, I want this done. So, yeah, he would actually make incisions inside my mouth in order to get to the cheekbones of the skull and shave those down to be smoother and less angular. So, yeah, it's a pretty big, pretty extreme, pretty intense surgery. And, but Dr. Velargo, he has a good reputation, and, you know, he acted very professional, he was very nice, Brittany was even nicer, it was a really good experience. So, I'm trusting him. You know, I'm gonna trust Dr. Velargo with the job. I'm going to do this here in New Orleans. Then after that, Brittany actually came into Dr. Velargo's office. Like, I didn't leave the office when Dr. Velargo left. So, Brittany came in a short time later and sat in his chair. And, she gave me, like, a lot of the numbers, like, quotes and stuff. So, I have that quote sheet right here. So, facial, so we got the brow lift. And that was, you know, the hairline and the eyebrows, and that is rated 2,175. And then we have the facial contouring, which is, you know, the jawline and the chin, and that's 2,575. And then we have the rhinoplasty, which is the nose, that is 4,975. And then, finally we have, like, additional charges such as anesthesia, you know, tools, and, like, amount of time spent. It's like, from the moment I'm, wheeled out from my, recovery room, or which will be my recovery room, to the point where I awaken in my recovery room all bandaged up, it will be 4.5 hours have transpired. So, we've taken that into account, just like, it's a big surgery, a big, complex, long surgery, so miscellaneous extras come out to the highest number at 5,900. So, the grand total for my facial feminization surgery is, drumroll, $15,625. Fuck. But, the good news is, I don't have to pay this all at once. Another reason why Brittany came back into the room with this paper of quotes is because she also wanted to offer me some payment options, and one of them is with Prosper, you know, like Live Long and Prosper, and they would loan the money to me. I give that money to Dr. Velargo, and then I owe Prosper. That's how it works. And for the loan amount of 15 grand, if I go with the 60-month plan, I'd be paying $356.85 per month, which is manageable. I mean, that's going to be a push for me on my present salary, I admit. But I'm actually reducing some of my other expenses. Like, for example, I'm getting rid of my storage unit this month. I'm going to be storing my things in my mother's attic from now on, and she's okay with that. And also, I've reduced my car insurance coverage with State Farm to pretty much just medical. So if I get in a car accident, my medical coverage will be done by State Farm, but my car won't be worth shit. So when my car is wrecked, it's over. Alright, I wreck my car, I don't have a car. So, but, you know, by removing that from State Farm, that, like, reduces my monthly bill with them by quite a bit, so that's money saved. So I'm already taking steps to save money to prepare for the monthly payments from the surgery. But, you see, there is one problem. In order to even book the surgery In the first place, I need to put down a deposit of 20% of the full amount. And in this case, that is $1,945. So I need to give them up front $1,945 in order to even book the surgery at all. I want to have this surgery on October 31st. I don't have that money. I don't have that much, you know. I've decided, you know, I'm going to put up part of it, definitely, but I need help. So, for the first time ever, I've created a GoFundMe page. I've always felt a little weird about GoFundMe. You know, I don't really care much for it when people use it just kind of like for personal gain stuff. I've always felt like GoFundMe should be reserved for medical, maybe like adoption fundraisers, like, you know, like dog and cat adoptions drives, you know, something like that. I can get behind something like that, you know, helping animals out. Also kind of iffy about college funds. You better be really serious about it if you're taking other people's money for college. So I guess what I'm saying is, if you make a GoFundMe for college, you fucking stick with it. Do not drop out of college, because you've wasted everybody's time and money. So, and, you know, I guess a couple other things, like just with certain right conditions, GoFundMe can be okay, but a lot of times I see GoFundMe abused and just used for personal gain stuff, and I don't like that. But I do feel that GoFundMe is valid for medical purposes, and that's exactly what this is. This is a surgery. This is a cosmetic surgery, and it's not just to make me pretty, okay? My goal here is not to just be pretty with this surgery, it's to be a passable woman, so I can fucking survive in the world better than I am now. Because I am discriminated a lot, okay? I have been trying to get a second job for over a year now, and it's just not happening. People claim to be equal opportunity, but they say that to cover their asses. I want to be in a position where there isn't that discrimination anymore, and by getting facial feminization surgery, I will finally be a passable woman. Therefore I can apply as a biological woman. I can lie and say that I was born a woman and thus get the job, because they don't know. Nobody's gonna see my penis in a new job, okay? That's gonna be tucked away at all times. So it's going to be my dirty little secret. They won't know, and I'll have a higher paying salary, and I can finally start supporting myself like the 30-something-year-old that I am and should be doing. So yeah, so I'm linking the GoFundMe down below. Please check it out. I put a lot of work into it, and I'm also offering a reward system. I'm not expecting handouts just completely for free. I have a tiered reward system, and, you know, the more you donate, the better thing that I'm going to do for you. So yeah, so check that out. Go to the GoFundMe page. If you have a little bit to spare, please donate. If you don't, that's okay. I understand a lot of people are in the same boat as me. You're struggling paycheck to paycheck. I don't want your money if you're struggling, okay? You worry about yourself financially before you worry about other people. But what you can do is share my GoFundMe with people who do have money. So that would be greatly appreciated. So that's about all there is to say for the first chapter of my facial feminization surgery. I'm really looking forward to making more videos about this, because it's going to be a ride. This is it. This is the final frontier. This is it. I will be a passable woman after this surgery, and I am so fucking excited. Okay, so once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for continuing to watch. I love you all. Stay sexy. Salute.
Bad to the bone. Bad to the bone. Bad.